Hey guys, how are you today? So I know it's been a long time since my last video, but I wanted to come on and talk about lap band. I really want to just talk about my experience with lap band. So let's start with when I had my lap band surgery. I had my lap band surgery in 2010, January of 2010. It is now April of 2017. So um, as you could probably see or tell, I did not have the best experience as far as weight loss goes with the lap band surgery. So, what prompted me to get the lap band was, of course, I had struggled with my weight. I had tried it all. And for me, lap band was my last chance. This is it. I'm going to have the surgery and I'm going to lose the weight, right? So, when I got approved, I my doctor's office called me. They told me that my insurance plan had approved me. The only requirement that my insurance had was that I had been on a planned weight loss program for at least the last 6 months. Well, I had been on Weight Watchers for the last year or so, so I had proof, written documentation that I had been under a weight loss plan. So before that, I had did all the research. I had watched the YouTube videos and I had saw people saying that, they had to undergo counseling and they had to have this test and they had to have that test. If you're watching this, I'm going to assume you guys know pretty much what lap band is. So I'm not going to get into exactly what the lap band is. I'm just going to tell you my experience that I had with it. All right, so my doctor didn't require any of that. He said that the only thing I needed was an upper GI test, and I think that was it. I can't remember anything else being a requirement. So those are my two requirements. So me, I'm like, yay, that's all I need. I'm ready to go. I got this. I want to do it. Let's do it. I'm going to lose this weight. Now, I already knew that going along with the plan, I knew it wasn't going to be a fix-all, quick fix, automatic. I knew that. I knew I was going to have to change my eating, eat right. I was committed. I was ready to do it. So, they actually, after I got the approval from my doctor, they actually wanted me to have the surgery 2 weeks from the date I got the call that it was approved. And I was like, wait, slow down. I mean, I want the surgery, but hold on. I need some time to wrap my head around this. I'm going to have to do 2 weeks of liquids, right now. You want me to start tomorrow? I can't do it. So I'm like, just hold on. I think I want to wait a little bit. So I think I pushed it out 4 weeks. And I told him, I'll do it at this time because I felt like, man, this is a whirlwind. I just got approved. Now you want to wheel me into surgery in 2 weeks? Wait a minute. So fast forward, I have the surgery. Surgery is successful. They give me all the tools I need as far as, telling me what I got to do, what I got to eat. Before the surgery, I do my 2 weeks of liquids. I lost 14 pounds with that. And so I have the surgery. I come out and I'm on liquids for a few days, soft foods, the drill. All right, so the thing with me is the reason I became 391 pounds, which was my time, that was the weight when I began my liquid diet, 391 pounds. I'm sorry, 291 pounds. The reason I became that way is because I'm an emotional eater. And I don't eat when I'm hungry. I eat just to eat, like so many others. And I can remember my emotional eating developed when I was smaller. I went through a traumatic stage. My mom passed away at 5 years old. And then I was forced to leave my father. My father had 2 girls. He could not on his own take care of 2 girls for whatever reason. So me and my sister was split up. She went to live with her father's mother, and I went to live with my father's mother. So it was very traumatic. Me and my sister, we have different fathers. So we were, I lost my mom, I lost my sister, and I lost my father, kind of all within 2 years. So all of this happened when I was between 5 and 7 years old. The earliest moments that I can remember emotional eating was 9 years old. I don't really remember, I'm sure I developed it earlier, but I don't remember developing it until I was 9. I can actually remember sneaking food, crying when I couldn't get food. Just food was my comfort. So this followed me throughout life. Whenever I needed a coping mechanism, it was food. That was my drug of choice. Now, with the lap band, you have to change your eating habits, period. It's no other way around it. The lap band is only a tool to help you along with the eating. The problem was I never fixed my brain. I never had counseling. I never did anything to fix the fact that I was emotionally eating. So right after surgery, a few months, I did great. I stuck to whatever plan my doctor gave me. I was eating my protein. I was, I was doing what I was supposed to do. I lost 50 pounds. So I'm like, okay, this is good. Going good. And then that was, I would say, in the first 3 to 4 months. Then my old habits started to kick back in. I started eating more. Now with lap band, you can only eat so much. It's only going to let you eat so much before it stops you. And you're going to have to throw up or do something, or you're going to be in a lot of pain. And that is the worst pain. So, and then they tell you about slippage. If you keep overeating, you could have slippage. But when you have an emotional eating problem like I did, you don't care about the consequences. So when I started to slip back into my old habits, in order to make up for the fact that I couldn't eat a lot at once, I would graze throughout the day. I would eat as much as I could in one sitting, and then I would come back 30 minutes later and eat some more, and 45 minutes later and eat some more. And now I'm not only eating more throughout the day, I'm eating the wrong types of foods again. So the weight loss stopped. And I got, I was at a plateau for a long time. And I was going in for my fills or unfills. And, I was just trucking along as a lap band patient. Fast forward some years later. I'm stuck in the same spot. I've gained some of the weight back. I'm not as high as I was pre-op, but I'm definitely not a success with this lap band thing. So the thing with the lap band is, and this is not a video to say don't get the lap band. And nowadays, I don't even know if they're still doing the lap band because there's a sleeve now, and I'm not sure. But the thing is, there is no quick fix. Everything begins with you. You have to do the work. Now, looking back, would I do it again? I don't know. I honestly probably would not do it again because I know that doing it didn't help. Granted, doing it made me lose 50 pounds. It motivated me to lose the 50 pounds, but I gained most of that back. With lap band, if you can discipline yourself enough to eat the way the lap band requires you to eat, you don't need the lap band. I mean, you really don't. Because if you can discipline yourself like that, then just discipline yourself to eat clean and lose weight like that. Now, some will say that, okay, but it makes you feel full. I never felt full mentally. Physically, I couldn't force any more food down, but I never felt full, like, I'm satisfied, I never felt like that. I just felt like, okay, I can feel myself tightening up right here, so I better stop eating. So, that was my thing with it. And but for some people, they have had great success with lap band. And I'm not bashing the lap band, because I don't think it's a bad thing. I actually think it's a good thing. But I guess I just want to point out that unless your mind is in the right spot to eat how you're supposed to eat and continue it throughout your journey, what's the point in laying on that table and letting them cut you open? And I felt like such a failure, because this was my last chance. If this didn't work, I was going to be fat the rest of my life. So when I laid on that table, let them cut me open and put a device inside of me, and then here we are 7 years later, and I'm about 30 pounds away from where I started with lap band. It makes me feel like, what was it all for? But even with that, I don't have any regrets. It was an experience. It was something I got the chance to experience. It did not work, and I don't even want to say it did not work, because the lap band works. I did not make it work for me. I did not use the tool as it was supposed to be used, and therefore it didn't go as it was supposed to go. So here we are today, 7 years after my surgery, and I am at 260 pounds, where I was at 291 pre-op, and I'm still struggling. I am still trying to eat healthy, exercise, and I'm up and down. I lose 20 pounds, I gain 20 pounds. I lose 20 pounds, I gain 20 pounds. And I know that until I decide that this is what I have to do for the rest of my life, that's how it's going to be. So I've decided now that, I don't do diets anymore. At least we got past that. Okay. Because, it was this diet, that diet. Let's do that. Let's go on a liquid diet for 3 days. I got to lose 5 pounds. So I don't do that anymore. I just try to eat clean. And if I want something, I have it. I splurge here and there. I exercise. And I do what I can do when I can do it. I still have the device inside of me. I never got it taken out. I did have all my fluids taken out because I was getting stuck a lot. So, granted, I was eating like I wasn't supposed to, which probably contributed to why I was getting stuck a lot. But I do still have the device in, and the fluids are empty. And with that, I still get stuck sometimes. I can feel it, I know when it's going to happen, so I stop myself, because I hate that feeling. Oh my gosh, I hate that feeling. I'm no longer using the tool as it's supposed to be. I just pretend it's not there. And I do order smaller portions at restaurants, because I know what I can take and what I can't. I'm like, I can't eat that. I know I can't. Or, I prepare to take it home. So I still can't drink when I eat. Sometimes I feel like the fluids aren't out. I don't know. I'm like, did he really take the fluids out? Because I don't feel like they're out. But I got it totally unfilled. And some might say, well, why don't you just go and get it taken out? I really just don't want to have surgery again. And more than likely, I would probably be bigger than I am if I did not have it in, because it does prohibit some things. So yeah, that is my story with the lap band. And so I just wanted to share my story and put this out there for those who might be contemplating weight loss surgery, or thinking it doesn't work, or thinking it's a fix-all. It's going to fix me. It's not going to fix you mentally. But I'm not against weight loss surgery. I feel like if you do it proper, if this is something you want to do, you do it properly, it definitely can work. It's worked for countless of people. Even here on YouTube, I've watched people who had their surgery the same year I did, and they are doing great. But you know, your mind has to be right. It's all about the mind. Your mind has to be in the right place. So, so I hope this video helps someone. I am still struggling with my weight loss journey, and I will continue to struggle with it. Well, I hope I don't continue to struggle with it, but I will continue on my weight loss journey because I want to be healthy. I don't want to be obese. I don't want to be overweight, and I want to be healthy. So if I fall off the wagon, I will pick myself up, get back on, and keep trucking along with my empty lap band inside of me. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If it helped you, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel for more videos. I know I've been stagnant for a long time, but I do want to come back on, do some videos about my weight loss journey. Hopefully we can help each other. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.